Middlesex went down to another Vitality Blast defeat, this time at the hands of Kent by 3 wickets with 3 balls to spare in Beckenham. Put in, Middlesex made one of their best starts to a match in recent times, Paul Stirling getting things moving right from the off by taking 3 fours off Joe Denley's opening over. The former Middlesex man replaced himself with Mitch Claydon, who was then dispatched for the first 6 of the match by David Milan, who then also cleared the rope off Adam Milne in an over which went for 16 runs and had the visitors racing up to 49 without loss from the first 4 overs. And the ferocious scoring continued throughout the 6 overs of power play, Milan looking in sublime touch with a 3rd maximum. While Stirling also went after Callum Haggett, the power play ended with a total on 71 without loss, both batsmen easing into the 30s. But Middlesex did not make the most of that start. Milan fell to the first ball of the 7th. Stirling then fell in the next over from Imran Qayyum, the Irishman leaving with a score on 76 for 2. Both Stirling and Milan had got out when set and now left it to Owen Morgan and John Simpson to push things along. A 6 from each had their team with 3 figures on the board by the time they reached the halfway point of their innings. But Morgan then holed out to Sean Dixon to depart for 16, while Simpson went to the same fielder after making a very breezy 29. Denley was by now really enjoying himself, and when he bowled James Fuller for 10, he had figures of 3 for 19 from 3. 3 overs then went by without a single boundary before James Franklin ruined Imran Qayyum's figures. Franklin began the 18th over with a pair of 6s, and he hit a 3rd in the same over, one which cost 24 runs and had the Middlesex innings right back on track. Franklin fell in the final over for 27 as he skied Daniel Bell-Drummond. George Scott then came in, struck his 2nd ball for 6, but was out to his 3rd. Middlesex ending then 20 overs after posting a score of 189 for 7. The Kent reply began with the first over loss of Denley, brilliantly taken behind off Tom Barber. But Bell-Drummond looked in good touch. He took Fuller for 16 runs in the 3rd over of the reply. The batsman then striking Barber for a maximum as 47 runs came off the first 4 overs. James Harris was back in the team, but watched the first 3 balls he delivered being pummeled to the boundary by Heidi Kern, who to the last ball of the over gave Harris something to smile about, the South African on his way for a quick-fire 28. 68 runs came from the power play, and then Milan and Ravi Patel looked to put their side back in the box seat, especially after Sam Billings was held by Fuller off the latter for 20. At 118 for 3 after 12, Kent needed 72 from the last 8, and Alex Blake took 10 from 2 balls from Patel. By the time it got to the last 5 overs, 49 were needed and Bell-Drummond had gone for 62, Harris being rewarded for his accuracy again. Kent were 5 down as Stirling did for Zach Crawley, and the game seemed to be Middlesex's as the target became 40 from the last 3 overs. It was 38 from 16 balls when Blake suddenly tucked into Barber 2 successive 6s sandwiched by 2 4s as 22 runs came from the over to turn the match Kent's way, with now only 18 required from 2 overs. But Harris struck again at the start of the penultimate one, Dixon however getting Blake back on strike. He hitting the very next ball over the rope to ease the pressure for the hosts and complete a 50 of 22 balls. With 9 needed from the last over, Blake cleared the rope for a 5th time, this time off Fuller. And although the bowler responded by having Blake held by Morgan next ball, just 3 more runs were needed. And to the next delivery, Haggett hit the winning boundary to delight the home support as their team now look set for a place in the quarters. Middlesex meanwhile slipped to the foot of the South group, another frustrating case of what might have been. They can get off the bottom though by beating Essex at Lord's on Thursday.